As we approach the final curtain on the AES, if you will, there's one final thing that we need to do, and that's actually turn it into a project, or turn it into an application. So at the moment I'm on my Windows desktop. I'm going to file, save as, or file build collective / application. It's going to take me to a folder that I've already predefined. And in here I'm going to go down to save type as application. And then I'm going to do Windows 10 AES release 01, today's date. I'm going to save it. Max is going to stop doing anything for a little while. And that should be that. We can close all of this. Go to that folder that was just made. So this was AES Max build Windows 10 release. We have an executable. It's going to ask for access, but that's okay. There's probably, we don't really want it to be opening this on start. So but that is built as an application. You can see that there's no way for me to open it, look at the editor, but I still get full access to all the options. It should work. So it's passing sound through by default if I click my finger, and then you can enable and disable all the options as we tested. But let's go back and open the project, have a look. So are we getting errors? Cannot find. Oh, okay, so this is one of the other there was part that off camera I had to fix a section inside the animation. So down here I had to rename it to this. Just because the video that was being used wasn't actually compatible with Max in sorry, it wasn't compatible with Mac OS in Max MSP, so we need this one. But I have a different layer actually uses right, and was that the only error? I think so. So if we close that, save it, close that, and everything. Extra arguments for load bang. Let's have a look. So I've got a load bang somewhere that's got an extra argument that it doesn't like. Not that one, that's my presentation mode one. Hashtag n extra arguments for message load bang. Let me just look at this error. extra arguments from this load bang. So it just means I've got a load bang somewhere that has a parameter in it that it shouldn't. There you go, it'll be this one. So save it. It just takes a while to save now, it's quite big. Oh, no, Max may have crashed. Let's clear it, reopen it. And we don't get an error anymore. So let's just go and check the build. Max MSP, Max console showing in build. In a standalone. Okay, I found it's possible to remove any menus by editing the file Max interface in the standalone application folder. It's good, but then of course users still could re-edit the main interface JSON file. If the user is smart, she would almost likely open the collective in Max instead of bothering to open it with as a standalone. In Max 6.3, the option of the standalone object is called the status window visible at startup. Excuse me. Right, okay, this option for standalone, let's have a look. I think there is a standalone object. Yeah. Standalone, and then we want select object and opens inspector to see options. When selected, this open option renders it impossible to close the top level patcher in the standalone you build. Right, we don't want that. Status window visible, I don't think we want that. CFE support, what do you think that is? Right, let's try that. Let it do its magic, and hopefully that will take on the, so I can close it. Max window didn't open. Let's try shut it all down. AES Max build version 2 release. Allow access. Brilliant, nothing else popped up. It's already opened on the microphone and stuff. We're getting our feedback. Wow, it's really bad feedback. I think it's because it's using the microphone that the speaker is next to. If I can figure that, I should be able to control it. So I can use my H1 microphone as the input. So now my microphone is in a different place than the speakers, so we don't get as much of a feedback from it, and we can start playing about with things. Start playing about. Testing. I really like this effect. I'm going to record a buffer. And then we will take a snapshot. There we go. I think she's ready. So now I can close it. There's no save warning, there's nothing like that. Something else to think about checking, do our presets save with the close? So if I add a new preset, let's do something random. Save a preset, close it, open it again. Our preset is not there. Does the global preset save and load them? Maybe it's pulling it from the wrong place. Let's change the way that that works. So I think it's loading them from the wrong place. That's why we have issues. So let's bring it out of presentation mode, unlock it, full screen it. And let's have a look at where this is loading from. So it should just load mess, read delay, load mess, read main presets. I think what I want to do is so somewhere in the build will be presets. Maybe not. So if I do it, add one, close it. It'll crash, obviously. Don't want to save it. But when we reopen it, it should still be there, so it's not reading from the right place. So I think the problem is that it's trying to read and write from the wrong search path. So this is going to the other folder. Does that folder exist? Well, no, because it's not embedding them in the final thing. Let's consult the internet. Max. Max preset in build. build the patch into an application are collective, and make sure to include the appropriate write or read messages to your patch storage. You can write presets to an XML file, which can also be edited separately if needed. All I need to happen is that it reads and references the one in the main folder on startup. So let's try loading it with a relative path instead. See, the problem with this is it's clearly not updating it into the right folder. Frequency presets. Yeah, so it's saving them into here in patchers. Does that exist in the build folder? So none of them are included here. So the main issue is it's referencing the wrong folder when it loads it. But I can't work out where these ones are going. Multiple files named main. It shouldn't be working like that. So what I think I'm going to do is remove them from the build. So I'm just going to delete them all. I'm going to remove them from the project as well. So just in other, we're going to so let's file, oh, I don't even need to open that anymore. Just build collector / application, Win10. Okay, so that should be it built. Don't know why I saved that. So I should now be able to save a new one. So let's say I do save. I'm going to close it. And then excitingly, I'm going to try and reopen it. Allow access. Save it. Close it. Reopen it, and there you go. So it has now saved it. So I'm going to try it once more. I'm going to save it, I'm going to close it, and then I'm going to reopen it, and there you go. So I think that is exactly what we want. This, it has some values. This didn't actually have any values, so let's set it up and then resave it, close it, and I'm going to open it again. And now when I click this one, it applies all the values that we had. So that's very exciting stuff. So I can come out of that. And then that's us. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to say that is a complete built patch. Everything is ready to ship for sort of final review and then sign off to ship. I hope you guys have enjoyed the AES experience. I think there will be a few sort of appendices, if you will, where we look at creating the OSC controllers and everything else that goes along with the wireless controlling of this. And I may try and get some footage of it being used in situ, sort of some real world examples of what this actually is and what it's going to be used for. But for our first complete build, that has a lot of footage to go and document. So wish me luck. I'll see you in a few months.